Last time, on Sailing Kittiwake, we ventured out at sea and were blasted by 50 knots winds. In this episode, we set off on an epic sail from Menorca to Sardinia. We're gonna try and go to Sardinia again today. It's just the next day. The forecast looks a bit lighter, so hopefully we'll be able to make it. Bigger wind should be on the other side, so can't go back. But hopefully it's not going to be 50 knots. And yeah, had a first really good sleep in 7 days or something like that. It was always really windy and noisy at night, and yeah, it was great. It was delicious sleep. That's more like it, isn't it? It's looking promising. Had to break the anchor out of the sand because of the crazy gusts from yesterday, but apparently it took 1 second. A little bit of forward and she's off the floor. We have about 11 knots of wind at the moment, which is perfect, but hopefully down there it's 15, 20, no more. Is it up? Alright.
This is the nicest departure we've had in ages.
That was so perfect. I think the last really good one was in Menorca, where we left. It was really nice. Light wind.
The day. It might be good tuna fishing by this.
Oh really?
Big drop off. Goes from 200 down to 1200.
Oh wow.
Get the lures out.
Get the lure ready. going on?
So I'm figuring out the watches. We're going to do 4 hours on, 4 hours off. 8 till midnight I'll be on. And then I'll have a 4-hour break in the middle of the night where I can sleep. And then on this watch I'll probably doze and just look around. We should be quite offshore by then.
Yeah.
So just look around every 10 minutes. And then 8 o'clock you'll be back on. Cool. That's fun with me. Yeah, let's put this on standby.
Okay.
I'll just stand by to give it any beep.
That's unreal how easy it was to set up. Oh, you've been filmed?
Oh, I don't need to do that.
It's been a really lovely morning, really amazing sailing so far. We've had wind about 13 to 22 knots and always on a quarter. At the moment it's on the port quarter, and we've been doing really good speed. I think the last hour we averaged just over 6 knots, so we're not very prepared for that. If we keep going at 6 knots, our passage plan will be thrown in the bin, because we planned it on 4.5, 5 knots. But yeah, there's not much swell, the waves are very gentle because they're from behind, and it feels like a really, really, really great day.
Do you think you're going to be able to sleep tonight on the boat?
I think so, yeah. I think that the sound of the waves is really nice. The only trouble is we are rolling a little bit, and that is not super when you're trying to sleep, but yeah.
What have we got?
Melted cheese in tortillas, which is just wraps. I managed to break the gimbal of the stove, I think. Trying to pull it out. See what happens.
Fix it later.
Yeah.
So I'm just coming to the end of my first 4-hour watch. The sun's in the cockpit now, so it's nice and warm and sunny. We're still on a broad reach, and the wind's at about 18 to 23 knots, and we're doing anywhere from 6 to 6.5 knots of boat speed, which is really nice. We've got the hydrovane steering, and the boat's really like loving these conditions. It's super stable, and the motion's really nice. Every now and again we'll get hit by a slightly bigger wave and then the boat will lurch a bit, but in general it's really comfy. Eleanor's been down below for all of my on watch. She's been snoozing in her sleeping bag. She's been enjoying being behind the lee cloth. She's a bit like a cat. She likes to be like surrounded when she's sleeping, so she's all like tucked up in there, feeling snug and happy. And then I've just been out here. There's been a few ships on the horizon, but we haven't really had to avoid anything. But it seems easy enough with the hydrovane. If you just tweak it a little bit, then the boat just changes direction ever so slightly. So it's pretty easy for avoiding stuff. And yeah, I'm probably gonna go and get some rest. I don't know if I'll sleep. It's just nice to get out of the wind and the sun and be inside for a bit lying down, so I'll go do that. And Eleanor's going to be on watch now.
Hello.
Hello. Here she is.
Been on watch for a couple of hours now, after a nice few relaxing hours inside Skua's belly. It was really lovely noise of the waves going past the hull. Super stable, super comfy. But since I came out we've had quite a few big gusts, 28, 29 knots. Tried to put the hydrovane to go more downwind, take us more downwind, but that didn't really work very well, so put a couple of wraps on the Genoa to reef it down a bit, and we're going along nicely. We were doing 7 knots in those gusts, and now we're just doing over 6 again. Still can't believe it. I'm so not used to it. We'll see. This is normal behaviour for Skua.
It's a fish?
I don't know. Yeah, it is, yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's got off.
Oh.
It pulled really hard and then... yeah, it's off.
Oh. That's annoying. So we had something on the other line as well? Does it feel like it's anything?
Yeah.
See if we lose this one as well. Yeah, there's a small skipjack, right? Oh yes, a longfin. Oh goodness, couldn't film any of it. It was running up and down the boat.
I'm not sure if the gaff might have killed him, you know?
It looks like
He's
he's
on the way
dead.
out.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see them, but every now and then you'll see some like shiny small things on the water. They're jellyfish with a sail, and they're all babies, they're tiny. And we think there has been a massive spawning of them because we've been in a stream of them all day since lunchtime, and it's now dinner time. There's all these mini jellies everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And they have this mini sail that carries them on the ocean.
What are you gonna cook?
I'm gonna make gnocchi. Probably fairly simple. Gnocchi and butter.
Thank you. Starving. Gnocchi. Oh, we have desserts tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm very fancy. 2-course meal and a cup of tea.
What is it?
Peaches.
Peaches. Nice.
I woke up in the middle of the night.
So the sun is just setting behind the boat. So I've just started my first sort of night watch. Will become a night watch, not really yet. We're doing 4 hours on, 4 hours off on this trip. The wind has shifted in the last hour and it started to drop a bit, but at the moment we're still flying along. Luckily it shifted to be on a beam reach, so we've got a load more apparent wind. But yeah, by maybe 11 o'clock it'll probably be time to drop the sails or keep a sail up to keep us stable and then put the engine on. We don't really want to fly the cruise and shoot at night. So for now we've got 2 reefs in the main and the full Yankee. I could put out the staysail actually. Might do that. I'll get us a little bit more on this point of sail. Maybe an extra knot. Maybe 3/4. And there's just gone down to hopefully get some sleep. Just had dinner. And it'll be dark when she comes out obviously, and then I'll go down to sleep at midnight. It's about 8:30 now, and then I'll get back up at 4 o'clock, which is always the most painful one, getting out of bed at 4 a.m, but at least then after that I'll be able to go for a sleep.
Thanks for watching. Join us next time as we have another great day of sailing and make our destination in complete darkness. Go on and give us a like or consider supporting our production through Patreon.